Alright guys, you are welcome back to this class. Still on trigonometry. This class is brought to you by Clever Minds, and in this section we'll be looking at the fourth quadrant, still on ratios of general angle. Right, so let's consider these diagrams. Now in the fourth quadrant we have this as the center O, right? That's the center, that's center O, right? Good. Then this is considered, sorry, that means that's center O. This is this in this case. Now this will be like P4. This will be N N1 N1, right? Good. So in this case now we have ON1 to be X because it's along the X positive X axis. We have negative X axis, positive Y axis, negative Y axis. So, and we have N1 P4 to be what? Negative Y, because it is along the negative Y axis. This X is because along the positive X axis. So why this is what? Sorry, why this is 1, right? Good. Now the angle that makes this triangle ON1P4, right? The angle that makes this triangle originates from the positive in the anticlockwise direction, like this, to this place. Can you see that? Center O. So why this is theta? Theta what? 4. This theta 4. That's the angle. So the angle theta 4 makes this triangle in the what? Fourth quadrant. Are you with me now? So from there we can conclude that what? From our knowledge of trigonometric ratios, that's sine SOHCAHTOA, sine theta 4 will give us what? That's the ratio of the opposite. Remember, this is 19. The ratio of the opposite to the what? To the hypotenuse. That's negative Y. Y cos theta 4. The ratio of the adjacent to the what? Hypotenuse. And that's X. Then tan theta 4. That's the ratio of the opposite to the what? Adjacent. Right? Good. So that will give us negative Y over X. Right? Good. So let's come to this second figure. Right? Good. Now, remember that in the first quadrant, these two lines lies in the first and what? Fourth quadrant, where you have this to be your Y and your X. Negative X, negative Y. Right? So I'm just using this to explain this. So now this is always theta 1 because it lies in the first quadrant. That's the first angle involved. Right? Why this is theta 4. Right? Good. So obviously the remaining angle here will be what? Theta 1. Theta 1. That will be left. Theta 1. So from here now, we can see that what? We can see that theta 4 plus theta 1 will give us 360. Can you see that? So what are we trying to say? Remember that this is center O. That's center O. So we are saying that what? X O O XO, okay, this P1 P4. So we are saying that XO P4, XOP4 plus XOP1 equals to what? 360 degrees. That's what you are trying to say by writing this. XOP4 plus XOP1 equals what? 360 degrees. Yes. Or we can say XOP4. XOP4, which is this, plus XOP1, which is this, give us what? 360 degrees. So from there we can conclude that what? This implies that theta 4 equals to what? 360 minus theta 1. Are you with me now? Good. Are you there? Good. So from there, we know that sine theta 4 will give us sine into 360 degree minus theta 1. And that gives us what? What's sine time for negative y? And what's negative y? Remember that from the first quadrant, sine theta 1 is what? Is y. Y cos theta 1 is what? X. Y tan theta 1 is what? Y over x. So that means this can be negative y. That means this is negative sine theta 1. That's what it implies. Then we come to cos theta 4, which is cos 360 minus theta 1. Right? Good. And what's cos theta 4? That's x. So if you come here, cos theta 4 is x2 and cos theta 1 is x. So that means cos theta 4 is equal to cos theta 1. It's pretty simple. So theta plus theta 4 rather, tan theta 4. Tan theta 4 will give us tan 360 minus theta 1. Right? Good. So, and what's tan theta 4? Tan theta 4 is negative y over x. And tan theta 1 is y over x. So that gives us what? This gives us negative tan theta 1. That's that in the what? Fourth quadrant. So the conclusion now is this. Remember, this is the first quadrant. First quadrant. So in the second quadrant, sorry, that's the second. In the fourth quadrant, I don't have anything to do with the second. In the fourth quadrant, the conclusion is sine theta 4 will give us what? Negative sine theta 1. That's the conclusion. Then cos theta 4 will give us what? Cos theta 4 will give us cos theta 1. Y tan theta 4 will give us what? Negative tan theta 1. So here is the information we need to take note of in the fourth quadrant. And that's why I stated earlier, having seen the first, second, third quadrant, that's why I stated earlier that when you have a quadrant, or a unit circle divided into 4 quadrants, the first quadrant is all positive, all positive. The second quadrant is positive when it is sine. Only sine is positive. That is, this means all trigonometric ratios are positive. In the second quadrant, it means only sine, only sine is positive. Then in the third quadrant, the rest are negative. In the third quadrant, only tan is positive. The rest are negative. Sine and cosine are negative. Then in the fourth quadrant, only cosine is what? Positive. The remaining two ratios are what? Negative. So that's why that's how to establish ASTC in that what? rotation. Do you understand? Good. So we have come to the end of this class. Thank you for your time. This class, once again, is brought to you by what? Clever Minds. Do have a great day.